I've been praying too. I pray that she finds peace and somehow doesn't let this lead to another relapse of some sort mentally. I can't recall if she's ever been through something like this to this extent. I know she struggled with her PCOS, but everything's a blur. I just hope it doesn't affect her relationship with my son as well. Oh my God. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. And I will pray for her. This world can be cruel. It really can. I wish no one has to go through what she's feeling right now. Well, I mean, I couldn't really understand most of what she was getting out. I understood the curse words, so crystal clear. But from what I got, she had a very bad bout of food poisoning where it just twisted up her stomach into a pain that she has never felt before. I think, if I'm correct, she said she passed out in the emergency room. And when she woke up, I guess that's when the doctors told her the news. Very unfortunate turn of events. But I do know Melissa to not watch what she's eating. And I guess this is one of those times where she should have taken a page out of Miranda's book. My former daughter-in-law Miranda would not eat cold cuts or hot dogs or have more than one cup of coffee during her pregnancy, and I kind of judged her back then, but Melissa being around, 35 and PCOS and all the other issues she has, I guess she probably should have watched what she was eating. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? Just one of those things, or was there something that caused it? You're very understanding of the female condition, if that makes any sense. Even Joey was very bad with the pregnancy stuff with Miranda. Very insensitive, and oftentimes reminded me of his father. Well, you can't blame her. This is one of those things that only God can control, that only Mother Nature understands, and we are left just scratching our heads. The last thing that we should do in a situation like this is point fingers. I am a man, I've never been pregnant, but I do understand that pregnancy changes you in more ways than one. So someone like her, with her history of issues, I'm sure it may have been a blissful blessing the second she got that positive pregnancy test, but who knows how her mind was dealing with it. Maybe she started to overeat, maybe she had a bad sense of judgment in what she was eating. I don't know. I just know it's not good to blame. I'm sorry that the man had to ruin your sister's life like that. And pregnancy should be a joy. He stripped that from her as he did me. It's very selfish. Even if I had the worst morning sickness, I was to man up, even though I am clearly a woman. I know you don't want me to talk about his father, Brian's father too. He was a demon when it came to pregnancy. I remember how insensitive and how cold he was whenever Stacy just leaned on him for comfort. I remember telling myself, if my wife ever went through that, I would be very understanding. Quite the opposite. I would be on my hands and knees, making sure she was taking care of our baby in her belly. Not John. That man took everything for granted, including his life. I don't get people, but that's not for us to understand. It's for God to understand. I don't want to talk anymore about John, but I do want to express how guilty I feel for what I told Melissa right before this all happened. I shouldn't have told her that I didn't want her to carry the baby through term. And now I blame myself that maybe I led to her stress, and maybe that made her sick too. No. I'm not an insecure individual. I'm well aware of your history, and I know just because you're with me, it doesn't erase the people you were with before me. I have no insecurity towards that. I'm a different individual. So if you want to vent, I know you don't have many people to do that to, and that's what I'm here for. I want to be the type of partner who's able to put some of your struggles on my back, help you through them. I know. You're better at that than me. And I try to take that from you, a letting things go thing, or at least the way you let God handle things. My God, I am just always 3 seconds away from making an angry Facebook post and putting it out into the universe. I don't know how to let what is inside me go to God. That's what's difficult. I don't know how to let things go. And now, instead of putting the blame on other people, which I was always good at, I can admit that, I put the blame on myself. Here I am blaming myself for Melissa's failed pregnancy. Oh, Mildred, just as I said that you can't blame Melissa, and you can't point fingers at this person or that person, or even God himself, can't do that. You can't blame yourself either. This is out of our hands. All we can do is take those hands and pray. I know it's not the answer that you're looking for, but the last thing that you need to do is point the finger at yourself. It's not your fault. These things happen. These things are freak accidents, just unexplainable phenomena. And that's what we have to live with. You can't have all the answers. Don't make up answers either. Yeah. But I realize that you can be a mother and have the biggest heart in the world. Things still go wrong. It was easier when I was bitter, vengeful. It was easier when I wanted people to get their karma. Now it's very difficult because I care. I used to think that I loved you because of our commonalities, because of our shared perspectives. Some of my perspectives being kind of cold. But I'm starting to realize that I genuinely love you for the big heart that you have. That's a rare find in today's world. You, Mildred, have a great big heart. You're a good influence on me, Jonathan. I really misjudged you at first. And I would have you no other way. Truly. I didn't call you here today to badger you about whatever I think may be going on in your life. I'm letting that go. I'm giving you your space, and I understand you're your own person. I called you here today because I have unfortunate news regarding Melissa. She has, her pregnancy is no longer viable, and she's a mess right now. Oh my God. She just can't catch a break. She finally has everything she wants, and then that has to happen. It's terrible. Yeah. It's a very, it's the last thing that I would have wished upon her. Especially because I know she was very excited. This was her opportunity to finally be legitimately tied to Joey and they could start their life, even though I know he wanted to be married before having a child again, if that's even in the cards for him anymore. I feel tremendously bad for her. I don't know if she like told you or not, but did you find out like how like why? She was only like 6 weeks, no? As I told Jonathan, it seems like food poisoning of some sort. She blacked out in the ER and I mean, okay. This is weird. Because I've known women who have had bad food poisoning during their pregnancy. I'm talking like throwing up for 12 hours and being on the toilet for 12 hours and I mean, never one that like passed out, but still food poisoning at 6 weeks like that. Maybe I don't know enough about pregnancy to pass judgment. I'm not judging her, but just that's what the doctor said. If I had more answers and more details, I would let you know. But I don't have them because when she called me, I really couldn't get a word in. I got bits and pieces. I heard a few things about what happened here and there, but she was blubbering, she was upset, she was yelling at me. It was again 50% anger, 50% crying, and then she hung up. So yeah, it's really terrible. I hate to hear it. But what do you want me to do? Like, how can I help this situation? I can barely help myself. Well, look, she has no family. I know she has that friend Beretta, who's currently on vacation. I don't know what their relationship is like. She doesn't work, she's all by herself. Joey is in Japan. She can't go on these social media sites and reach out to fans for help or strangers. She's all alone and I feel bad for her. Okay. It's because of my experience and because I've done more therapy than I have gone to the gym. You would want me to try and talk to her, I assume. Well, I know it's not up your alley to sit there and counsel someone, especially on such a touchy subject as pregnancy because of what you've been through, but on the other side of the coin, there is no one better fitted or suited to talk about pregnancy and help someone through something because of your ectopic pregnancy. Hold on, Mom. I'm not trying to like not be helpful, but to this day, I'm still reeling from that experience. To this day, I still feel like I'm broken from my ectopic pregnancy, and call it dramatic, call it not being able to move on, but I'm still not in a great place from it, you know? I hate hearing that about my daughter, that you have to go through those feelings. It kills me. And I want you to know that if I could switch places and take that experience from your memories and put it on me instead, I would. I don't know how hard it must be to live with that or approach it in terms of a conversation. But I do firmly believe Melissa's a lot weaker than you. And she needs someone. Maybe, just maybe, you all can kind of bond over that shared trauma. Although very different circumstances. She just needs someone. That's all. Okay. I'll try to help her in any little way that I can. So I guess you're right. I guess I am better fitted out of most to try and help her. But what about Joey? Where does he fall in all of this? Because this is his girlfriend, and she is going through something very traumatic, like super traumatic. If there was anyone to console her right now, I would assume she would rather be him than me. Call me crazy, me and her don't have the best of relationships. So Joey is in Japan, obviously, and he doesn't still know that she was pregnant at all. Therefore, he doesn't know what she's been through. Eventually he will, when he gets back. There's no way for him to comfort her right now, is what I'm trying to say. I just feel like it's a little messed up that he doesn't know. Because out of everyone, out of all of us, let's not go down the secret route again. He should know. Not only that she was pregnant, but what just happened. I get that everyone's trying to leave him alone in Japan and let him do his thing, but there comes a time where, okay, throw it all out the window and let's be real. I know it is. I don't disagree with you on that, but what can we do? Right now we have to worry about this problem, and that is that Melissa is most likely spiraling, and Joey put in a lot of effort to make sure that she didn't relapse and fall back into old habits. And I don't want his work to go undone, because I know how hard it is to get someone there in the first place. So I just ask for your help a little bit. If you can't do anything, then it is what it is, but she won't talk to me. Alright, I'll give it my best shot. Melissa, sweetie, look, I know I told you that I would think about us being together and how I wanted to move forward. Well, look, I want to be with you. I do. Alright, I'm just taking time for myself. I'm not really looking to have a phone call with you right now where we're going to go down a rabbit hole of like drama and like what are we, this and that. Like, I just want to focus on work over here. You know, it's not every day I'm in Japan, man. That's not why I'm calling, Joey. I wanted to call you just to hear your voice. Just wanted to talk, that's all. I don't want any drama on the phone. I just wanted to hear your voice. Nah, but Melissa, you do tend to have this habit of like, yo, we start off the conversation light and fluffy, and then eventually you bring us to this rabbit hole of like serious. What's that? My girlfriend. Yeah, I'll be done in a second. Oh, you just jealous because you don't got a girlfriend. Yeah, you lonely in Japan, right? Look, like I said, Melissa, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You always bring us there. Okay, well, I promise you, I'm not going to lead into anything. It's just you're in Japan, I'm here, and I know we're not on great terms, but I just need you. That's all. Oh, see, subtly what you're doing right there. You're trying to make me feel bad for everything, right? Because you're not having a good time where you are right now. No, Joey, I'm not. I'm not looking to make you feel guilty. I don't, contrary to your popular belief, I really didn't call for like, whatever, conflict. I'm calling just to talk, just to see how you're doing, because a lot of times, Joey, I know it sounds crazy, but you have stuff going on. I don't have stuff going on. So I kind of live vicariously through you. You know, the posts that you put on, you know, the social media, being in Japan, whatever, the video game stuff that you posted. It was cool, and I wish I had been there, you know, and it's exciting to see you thriving. So am I hearing that you're like jealous? Is that it? Is that what this call is about? You're jealous so you can make me feel bad? No. Why do you think everything that I say is malicious or has some sort of secret intent? I'm literally talking to you to like take my mind off of things. Okay, Melissa, yo, hold on, I'm almost done. It's people I work with, Melissa. Melissa, I understand you might be a little lonely right now. Because I'm in Japan and you don't like have a lot of friends and whatever. And I'm not making fun of you for that. But I have a career. And I can't be your every moment. Do you get what I mean? I can't be the person that fulfills you when you're bored or you're feeling lonely. That's not what a relationship should be. It's 2025. Most women don't need men the way you need men. You know what I mean? I love you and I want to be your boyfriend, but you gotta get a life, Melissa. Come on. All right, Joey. I'll go try and find a life.